Hello everyone, my name is Uthris, and welcome back to Banished, where we're working on the mod Colonial Charter and expanding ever so, well, not very quickly, but we are expanding. So, between the episodes, from last episode to now, we are about 9 years ahead of where we were. I'm just trying to gain population at this point, because this town's not even full up on people. Our food supply is still good. Production is fine. We have plenty of resources, and so really what I've been doing is just speeding up time, because what we need a good citizen base so that we can move out of this town for the most part, because this kind of provides basic necessities across the board, which is fine, but I rather have kind of larger towns that produce a specific good and then trade with another large town that produces another specific good. That way you have a lot of movement through the countryside and things of that nature. Summarize though, last episode we built this, and this is our kind of stone quarry combined with our iron mine and our hardwood forester over here. Not much to say beyond that. This is just a hardcore resource gathering area. They do have some small huts. They have their own market, so they are supplied at all times. They don't really gather food for themselves. We kind of ship food down, and then they're going to be shipping stone and iron up. So this is kind of what I'm talking about in terms of specific items and resources spread across the map, trading with others. Other than that, not much has changed in this town, but what I have been doing in the 10 years leading up to the start of this episode is we can follow this road up through the woods, and you will reach this camp. And this camp is here specifically as a launching point. There's food, there's firewood, there's homes, so people can stay warm. And this launching point is coming over here to where our first town, well, city, town is going to be. It's going to be larger than, well, it might not be as large if we don't have as many production things. It's going to be more of a specific thing. This is going to be our agricultural base. And so all of the farmland is going to be up here. So farmland and orchards are going to be, oh, maybe not orchards. I haven't decided quite how specific I want this to be. But, you know, it'll have a fair amount of homes because across the river here, all of this northern land is going to be farmland. It's going to start from this mountain range and go all the way across here to this little mountain range. And so that'll be a whole bunch of farmland. It'll provide most, if not all, the food we'll need for a very long time. And so they'll also have our first trading post because we need this for seeds, of course. And it's going to have its own kind of first larger market. It's not the best market that you can build, but it's definitely a decent sized one. And it's also going to house our first town hall, so we can monitor actual stats. So that launching point, as much as I want it to work, for some reason our builders aren't living there. There's a couple empty homes, and I wish the builders would just live in one of the homes so that they can come back and forth a whole lot easier, but for some reason they're not doing that. And so this is actually going very slowly, especially clearing out all this you know, clutter from the iron, the stone, the trees. No one's really living up here, so that's a bit of a problem. But I'm hoping that'll slowly change. Winter is especially slow because they're gonna get cold and things and leave after building for like a half a second or so. I did construct a nice kind of wood and stone bridge here to connect the two parts of I guess the city. And there might be another one up here as well to kind of bring in some symmetry. And more access points, the better. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Can We could probably go ahead and lay out some homes if we wanted. So these are actually going to be proper homes here. Let's see. This is kind of the main central location, so we need some nicer homes for this area. And so what we can do is... I like these urban houses. They're actually very nice and very clean looking. So I wouldn't mind putting some of these. We can even do the maybe a bakery attached to the bottom of one, and then go up to a second story here. I'm trying to think of where this goes though. I think I have to wait until that's built, and so I can line up the roof a little bit better. Let's see, same with this. We can put a, let's put a multi-story over here, I think. There we go. Now the roads will probably be upgraded over time, of course. Dirt roads, not really the best, but early on it's easier to lay out my designs by using that. And then why not use, oh, let's do stone homes as well here. What variation? I think this variation's fairly good. Variation's okay. Let's go with this here. So yeah, all this will be constructed. We have plenty of resources for this, and I'm fine with not pausing any of it. In fact, I'm gonna bump up to about 4 builders total. We are at 10 times normal speed, because this is going to be taking a while. Though our rural market is almost complete, which is nice. The main avenues are 2 wide on the roads, which is a little bit nicer than what we had going on in the other town. And they'll just spread out. And then what we need also here is just a town hall. Now this isn't going to be a colonial town hall because this is kind of more of a rural place still. But I can actually offset it a little bit away from the market. This will allow us to put some details up front. Does this perfectly center or no? Yeah, it does. That's good. So we'll just plop that there, I think. Yep, speed still all the way up. It's good that we have this going on. Which means I actually need one more trader for this to function fully. We need one more trader. Now down here by the dock, I'm going to do a little bit of a specialized building here. We do have the option to use kind of water-based structures, which can be pretty cool. And so this barn is going to serve as a decent storehouse for most of our base goods as well, which will be pretty nice. Sweet! We got our trading post built. Always good. You know, we can sell off a whole lot of stuff that we do not need here, for sure. And as you can see, we have a bunch of materials, which is taking up a lot of room, pretty much. So we're gonna have to start changing that. Population, food, everything's going really well for us still. As you can see, we have like 3,000 fish in this one little barn, which is pretty funny. But this launching point will hopefully kind of spring up. We have a vendor living there, which is okay. We just need people living here because they'll just clear out this land really, really quickly. And I can connect at least this part of the road up. Just like that. And then let's increase priority on our town hall. Because I would like to see graphs and things of how things are going. Our population kind of increase chart. Which is going to look like a pretty big hockey stick for sure. Alright. So they'll clear out this land real quick. I wouldn't mind putting some type of stockpile around here. Maybe on this side of the barn? Or the trader? Can I fit it? I can fit one along here. That way people can just drop things off a little quicker. And it will be used fairly quickly as well. There goes our trader. We don't have a road built in between the towns, so he's just beelining through the forest. Hope there's no bandits in there for him. And we are still on ×10 speed. Colonial Charter feels a little bit easier than I remember, but it could just be because I have flux capacitor on, and the slow growth really makes the game easier. In a sense, just because your population is very limited early on, and you can't really expand too quickly. You're just very limited in that sense. So growth is just going to be continual and smooth and slow enough for me to adjust our food supply or supplies in general, which is great. I'm going to get one priest, I think, because happiness is kind of getting affected right now. So let's see, where is that? Cleric, I think? So we'll just follow her back into town. I think it's a cleric for the chapels and things like that. I believe so. So it should really just be a priest, but that's okay. Into town you go, back to your home. And she is doing something. I don't know what she's doing. Let's see. What are you doing? You're just working, idling around. The church has members, so that's good. Total population of 54 right now, it seems. Fairly decent, fairly decent. I think we still have probably some empty homes. Yeah. How about these? Our stacked homes are still fairly empty, so we have plenty of room for this town. We're still not even using this fishing dock at all. Our hunting cabin only has 2 people out of 4 possible people working on it. And we have 10 people in reserve just building and for expansion right now, which is great. You guys already dropped things off? No? You're just taking your sweet time. We might have a firewood shortage, which is pretty interesting. I might need to get another firewood building constructed. I swapped out the large firewood place here because, one, we weren't using it, and I just swapped it with a tannery. A tannery makes more sense. I mean, it's right beside our little tailor's hut right now, so I feel like that would be okay to do. This blacksmith I'm not going to upgrade because this isn't supposed to be the specialized town. This is the general town. As you can see, I raised our limit for materials to 200,000. And that's just because they take up a whole lot of room. Now I could, because we have kind of a forester's over here, but he makes hardwood, not actual logs. What are you doing? Huh. Wow, our first trader's coming in. We don't have anything at the trading post to trade at the moment. That's probably something I'm going to set up here a little bit later, because we don't need the farms just yet, so I don't need to trade for anything. Let's go ahead. No, let's build a larger kind of firewood place. No, it's agricultural. Let's build a large firewood down here. It's a large woodcutter. Just right by this guy's home. You know what? Here's fine, I think. And we can increase the priority on that. Because right now we're pretty just standing even on our firewood. So that's something I do want to change. Or I can just do that. Scratch that. Don't build this one. I wasn't using one of my choppers. Obviously a mistake. No wonder we weren't keeping up with firewood. I moved one up to help us build up here during the moving phase. And we have the trader, so I'm actually going to save because last time I messed with a trader, it crashed my game last season, which was a couple months ago. So we'll see what happens. Nope, safe. So he has apple seeds. Kind of expensive, 4,000. That's okay. The trading post is working though, which is nice. You know, rural markets working as well. Everything is working. Let's just increase priority of that, increase priority of these homes. Because once we get some homes here, I'll go ahead and tear down the shacks on the other side. And there is one last structure that I kind of want to plop down, and that is a fishery that will go beside the storehouse here. And it overhangs the shoreline, which looks pretty cool as well. I think that, yeah, that lines up perfectly. Oh, good. Foundation is going down on the town hall. Oh boy. And by foundation, I mean walls. That's being built real quick. There's four builders on this building right now. Dang, autosave. Let's just see this thing kind of pop into existence. And I'll go over the town hall, and that might be the end of this episode. Let's see. 95%? You guys stop now? Really? Why do I pay you? Explain. Let's get a road wrapping around the front of it. And then line it up with this side. And I can do shrubberies and trees in front of this thing. We can make that look fairly nice for sure. 97%, thanks. Come on, finish it off. You built one unit. Oh, here we go. You stop at 99. That's a video game for you. Whenever I record and want to show you something, they just want to take their sweet time. And it's snowing. Fun too. Oh, cool. Some foundations are being laid down here, which is nice. Even more growth in this area. Now, these large markets, I'm probably going to have two merchants at some point, because these are going to fill up and be used up rather quickly, and the trading distance is just so long that I need to keep supplies going. But right now, it seems to be just very good. I mean, 25% full. If we had homes up here and people living up here, they would be perfectly fine. They have firewood. They have firewood. Our firewood supply is recovered a good bit. And there's our town hall. Alright. Wow, a lot of things here. So, what we have here, it says how many homes we got, how many families we got, citizens, adults. We are 91% educated, which is wonderful. Sometimes I'll wait until like 30% education before I build my first school, because I want the faster growth with a bunch of laborers. But I'm glad we went this route, because this is really nice. Now we'll probably get nomads coming through trying to join our town, which I'm hesitant to do, but I'll leave it up to you guys to see if our foreign policy is going to be nice. Production, let's see, used. Our log production is kind of going down. Let's see, use, produce, yeah. We need to work on that. Fuel is fine. Food, we're fine. We're still in the positive. Health, we're fine on the positive. Materials, perfect. Clothes, keeping up with it for sure. Tools, keeping up with it, which is great. Inventory, everything. Here's our graphs. So this is our population graph. Let's do 50 years of our population. So you guys can, 25 maybe. So you guys can see kind of our percent growth here. It's a very nice 30-degree angle, I'd say. Adults, students, children and adults kind of grow at the same pace, which is fine. Nomads, no. Trade items, you can guys see how many trade items there are to unlock, from seeds to animals and things like that. That's what this mod offers. There's a whole lot of content. Oh, people are getting cold. Get to the outpost. Get there. Come on, builder. You can make it. I believe in you. Good, good, good. Don't die, please. Just don't die. Yeah. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are enjoying the content, feel free to subscribe to my channel for more creative goodness. Go ahead and check out my other videos if you want, where we're building other cities and other games, and Medieval Engineers is probably one of my most well-known things, for sure. And leave a comment on what you guys think of the series, what you guys want to see kind of built, layouts, anything of that nature, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.